Breaking news from Novo Nordisk. Angelica Peebles joins us now on the Squawk Newsline with some pretty big news. Good morning.
Morning, Andrew. That's right. Novo Nordisk announcing today that CEO Lars Fjorgard Jorgensen is stepping down as CEO. The company is saying that he and the board made this decision jointly, looking at the share price and the recent market challenges. I mean, if you look at that stock, you can see that it's down about 50% over the last year. And, it's quite a fall from grace for this company that had reached such a pinnacle and, had really gotten so much enthusiasm because of its obesity drug, Wegovy, and also its diabetes drug, Ozempic. It really spearheaded this whole obesity market and created this momentum for not just Novo, but also Lilly and all of these other drug makers behind them. But they've just had such a hard time staying in that leadership position. You've seen Lilly really coming in and, taking over as the number one obesity, or the company with the number one obesity drug with their own Zepbound. And there's been some serious questions about what's next for Novo. They've had a series of disappointments in terms of their pipeline for what's next in obesity. And people want to know that they'll be able to compete not just for the next few years, but the next decade to come. And so I think with this change in leadership, you're seeing a reflection of that and desire for a new direction.
Look at the shares down 52% over the past year, while Lilly's only down 4%.
I was going to say it's quite something. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Novo went on such a ride with Lars, right?
This is the problem with pharma companies. The second you look at that stock chart. I mean, they go up they have these incredible breakthroughs, and then people go, what's next?
Angelica,
exactly.
What is next,
Everybody
by the way?
Everybody wants to know what's next. Well, that's the question for them. They have this drug, CagriSema. It's a dual-acting drug, but the big story there was that in December they reported that it helps people lose 23% of their weight, and people wanted to see 25% or more. And there was this big debate about, how much does that 2% really matter? This is still a drug that could work, that's showing efficacy, but people want to know that you are better than, and that's exactly like you said, guys. The problem here is that, you can have one success. People want to know what's next. And the big question for them, though, is really in terms of the oral, because you have Lilly that they've already reported good data from their pill, and that they're expecting to launch that next year. And people want to see Novo have an offering. They do have an oral version of Wegovy that they have in front of the FDA, but that's much harder to make than Lilly's drug, and it's not seen as a clear competitor. And so people want to see what's next. They do have a drug, amycretin, that people are excited about, but there's just still so many questions of how are they going to compete with Lilly and all of the other companies out there that want to get into this space.